I probably shouldn't share this, but I'm going to share it. I got so hard so many times while watching this film. Man, there are a lot of beautiful people in this film. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in this video, I want to talk about Challengers. Challengers is a film by Luca Guadagnino, and he's also the director of Call Me by Your Name, one very fantastic romance film. And man, this film was wow, a spectacular film. It follows the story of a former tennis player that becomes a tennis coach and coaches her husband to play against her ex-boyfriend. Yeah, I know. Just chaos already. It's a film that is like a love triangle, but from the perspective of tennis. Like that is very intriguing for me, and it was something that really worked with me while watching this film because we see the relationship between these two people, and we see their love for tennis, and the way all those things just intertwines together to just tell the story was just beautiful. There's something I loved about this thing. I mean, there's a lot of things I loved about it, but one thing that stood out to me from the beginning was the way the story was told. It wasn't told in a linear manner. It wasn't told in a regular way. It goes back and forth. We start out with this tennis match. This tennis match that is about to happen. This tennis match that is the whole reason for this film. We start out with it, but then the director starts going back in time, coming back to the match, going back again, coming back. Like that's something I really like. I like when a filmmaker can be very creative and inventive with their storytelling and tell it in a way that just adds more intrigue and suspense to the storytelling. And the way it goes back and forth just adds a lot of tension and drama to the tennis match you're watching because you are seeing the tennis match with one kind of mindset, and then it goes back to the past and comes back to the present, and you now have new information that you're watching this match through. Like you're watching this match through a different lens, and that's something that was just so good because it does that so many times, and every time you go back to the past and come back to the tennis match, you are seeing something new. You're watching it with new information in mind, and it just keeps the stakes of the game so high and the match very intense, and you're just in it. You are so invested because, like I said, there are more information that is coming to you, and you're just watching through this game through so many lenses. And man, it's just fantastic storytelling. And the chemistry between the actors, there are three actors, like it's a love triangle now. The chemistry between all these actors was wow. Like it adds so much to this story because if these actors don't have that chemistry, it might not feel as intense, as passionate, as suspenseful as it felt. But because there was this chemistry amongst the three of them, Zendaya had chemistry with the two guys had chemistry with each other, and the two guys had chemistry with Zendaya. Like that was just so perfect. They did it so well and added so much to this story. And the performances from all the actors, man, come on, man, they all gave fantastic performances. It felt like they were real people. It felt like they were people that were actually going through this situation and not just actors. And man, that was something I really loved. One of the actors, the guy that played ex-boyfriend, wow, that guy was just so charming and charismatic. The way he portrays his character, when he smiles, when he just looks at you like he knows something that you don't know, man, it just makes that character so charming. And honestly, it was my standout character. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other actors did a fantastic job. I mean, Zendaya gave it her all. She was so brilliant to watch. She was mesmerizing to watch. Even the other actor, the man that played her husband, he also gave a fantastic performance. But there was just something about that ex-boyfriend that was just, man, that was just so magnetic to watch. Was just drawing me towards him, and man, I love this performance overall. And speaking of the characters, these characters are toxic characters. They're characters that they bring the worst out of each other. Maybe not necessarily the worst, but they are not the best fits for each other. I feel like if they weren't together, if these actors or if these characters weren't together or didn't have any relationship together, they'll be so much better. But because they are so toxic, it's just what makes this story even much more fun, and it makes the characters so interesting. But man, they are so toxic for each other. When they go about each other, basically, man, it's just very toxic and very chaotic. And honestly, it is something that makes this story so much interesting. And the cinematography of this film, wow, the cinematography of this film was crazy. It was so, it had this very gorgeous and chaotic feeling to it. Why is because there's some scenes that were shot in some stylish way, like the tennis matches, the way they shoot them. Wow, there was literally a time where the camera was on the ball, like it was the players were hitting the ball back and forth, and that was the camera. Like that was what we were saying. Like I'm not sure if I'm explaining it well, but that's basically what was happening. And all those moments, those POV shots, those stylish shots, it made it so much interesting and made you get more into this story. And man, The cinematographer of this film did a fantastic job. Added so much to the film. And this film has some funny moments. Like it's not laugh out loud funny. It's not funny that you laugh and roll on the floor. No, but it was funny moments that added something to the scene. I found myself laughing so many times while watching. Maybe not so many times, but I found myself laughing when some things were playing out. And so something that added to the enjoyment of this film. It was also intense. It was intense because you're watching this tennis match and you're seeing everything that is surrounding it, and it just adds so much tension to what you're watching. It's just wow. Like I don't know how they managed to craft that. It feels intense, it feels chaotic, it feels emotional. Like a lot of things went into this film and it was done so brilliantly. And man, the dialogue was captivating. Dialogue that you sit down and listen to and you be like, wow, I can't believe someone said this. Like and it just hits you so hard. Man, the dialogue was very captivating and very interesting. And the writing of this film, man, it was brilliant. The director and the scriptwriters they did a fantastic job with writing of this story. The way it explored themes of relationship, sexuality, power, dominance, and tennis. It was something that was just very interesting to see and just added so much to the writing of this story. And man, I can't talk about this film without talking about the ending. Honestly, I feel like the ending was maybe not my favorite part, but one part that I loved the most. One, because I am a fan of ambiguous endings. I am a fan of an ending that when you finish watching it, you start thinking, okay, what is going to come next? What is going to come next? And yes, that is the kind of endings I love the most. And seeing this kind of ending, it also reminded me of Whiplash. Whiplash is a film about a drummer that wanted to become great, and it had a similar ending. This guy achieved what he wanted to achieve, but at what cost? And the way they ended that film was just something that just sticks with you, and you just keep thinking about what is going to come next after the film. And that's also the kind of feeling I got for this film when I finished watching it. Like the thought just popped into my head. Like this reminded me of how Whiplash ended. And if you think about it, those two films they have some similar things. It's about people that are obsessed with their career and they go all out for it. And when this film ends, I was just like, wow, I don't even know what comes next. I don't even know who won the match, but I just know I love the way it ended. And man, that was just something that just rounded up the writing and the story in a very brilliant way. Overall, this film was a film that I did not think much of it, but man, when I watched it, I loved it so much. It was interesting, it was fun, it was intense. It made me care about tennis. Normally, I don't care for tennis, but man, after watching this film, I feel like I'm a tennis fan. And man, it just works. And I loved watching this film. Have you seen Challengers? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And if you've not seen Challengers, my G, go and watch it. It will blow you away. If it's your first time on my channel, please like, subscribe, share, follow me for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.